Charlie Stroble, who is our Director of Product Experience. So if I could, everyone get a warm welcome, Charlie Stroble.
Think about the why, right? Why do we all come to Aspire? Why are we building products? Why are engineers working hard doing it? Why are our designers designing, our product owners product owning, supporting, et cetera, et cetera. It goes on. It's because we all aspire to reach this mission, right? To graduate more students faster. So let's start with two products that you're pretty familiar with, Platinum Analytics and Astra Schedule. Now you might notice something a little bit different on screen, something that's new. For those of you who stopped by the Solutions Center, you've gotten to see a little sneak preview of this, but this is our new experience. Now, Platinum and Astra Schedule, they fit right into this new experience. Tom mentioned it this morning when he was talking about building new persona-based experiences that sit right alongside the products that you're so used to using every day. And this is the kickoff of that. And trust me, for all of us who've spent time working on it, we couldn't be more excited to share this with you. So let's dive into Platinum and Schedule, and what better place to start than login? Login's fun. So with Astra Schedule and Platinum Analytics, we've enhanced our single sign-on capabilities. We all know managing users across all these different systems on your campus can be a struggle and a pain, and we're hoping with this new release, with 8.9, we've made that a little easier for the products that we care about, right? One thing we've also released recently is our new Help Center. And in the Help Center, this is our way to collaborate with you in a real easy way. So you can go out to the Help Center, you can search for articles that you need. It's a smart search, so as our customers use this, it's gonna get smarter over time. If somebody's out there searching events, and most often when someone hits events, these are the 3 or 4 articles that show up, well, those are gonna be the ones that rise to the top, okay? So hopefully as we use this thing together, we're going to curate that content to the stuff that's the most valuable to all of us. Now, also with the release of 8.9, we've added better app monitoring. Now, so the most important thing for any product designer or developer or anyone is to really understand in a very specific way how your customers are using the products. Most of the time when we have conversations with you, it's highly anecdotal. We get to hear what's going well. We get to hear what maybe is a shortcoming here or there. But what if we knew what those issues were before you knew what they were? What if we were able to see inside the system and understand, you know what, we've got some users that are hitting some bottlenecks here and there. Now we can also use this to decide, again, what should we be investing in? We're gonna know very clearly and with data that these are the most common through lines in our product. And if we could just add these 1 or 2 more things, we could make these users' lives that much easier. So at Astra for Outlook, this is coming, and it's real, and it's gonna be here soon. It's not a prototype, it's real. We're getting it in the hands of our customers very, very soon, with the whole intent of being able for you guys to log into Outlook, search for rooms that are available in Astra Schedule. You'll be able to see both, available or not available. It'll be right there for you. And book that room. Now what's gonna happen is that we've got an API that's gonna connect right to Outlook, and it's gonna book that room in Astra Schedule, so we reduce double booking, right? That's where we're gonna start. So I'm gonna switch gears here just a little bit. If you log into Google, no longer are you logging into Gmail. You're logging into an ecosystem of experiences. This should be something we're pretty familiar with, right? Office 365 is very similar. We're gonna have a similar paradigm with our products. And I'm excited to share with you a handful of these products that we're gonna be rolling off in the next year or so. And Align is where we wanna start. So Align sits in the platform right alongside Platinum Analytics and Astra Schedule, and you can interact with it in this one common experience. Align is all about aligning your schedule to meet student demand, and the best way to do that is to find those opportunities to make small changes to your schedule. And you can do that right in here. So with Align, it's a pretty simple interface. Think of it kind of like a worksheet, right? You've got the ability to say, I think we should add a section or 2 to this course. Or I think we should take a section away from this course. And remember, we're in the planning phase. We're modeling changes. We know that this is largely a process that depends on good collaboration. It depends on us understanding what everyone else is thinking and making sure we've got our ducks in a row before we make these changes. And presenting the information in a view like this is really critical because it allows us all to see the same stuff. right? We can all understand where we are, what situation we're in, what decisions we're making from one view. So let's say we decide to add 2 sections of a course, right? Strategically, we think this is a good idea. Well, we can mark that reviewed. And when we mark that reviewed, what it's doing is it's telling all of us, hey, we think this is a good idea. We think it should take that next step. We've gone through the necessary data mining, we've talked to our peers, and we understand this is something we need to invest in. So now we've sort of talked about the planning part of the process, right? But what happens, how do we know that the plan that we've just laid out, that we've collaborated around, is successful? Well, that's where the next app comes in. And we call it Monitor. It's about making sure we don't have any surprises when registration arises. Not problems, but surprises. We want to make sure that you have that data that you need as the bullets are flying to make the right decisions that you need to make. And what we want to do is we want to provide an experience for you to quickly identify those courses that are only trending a fill rate faster than maybe you have expected or trending a fill rate slower than you may have expected. But we want to provide those new data visuals so that you can see it very clearly and concisely. Here's where we should be spending our effort. Here's where we should be validating that the strategy we had in place is working or it isn't. So the way that in Monitor, the way that you're going to dive into the data is very similar to the way that you're going to do it in Align. In fact, in our system, the vision is a course is a course is a course. It's the same course that you were dealing with in planning. It's the same course you're validating during registration. All the conversation that you had during planning is going to be there. All the people who were involved in planning are going to be in the know when this stuff is being registered for. You can, again, comment and collaborate and do all the things that you need to do to make sure that we're meeting the demand that the students have for a particular course. Right? So when you view into, or when you open up a course, you're going to get all the details that you need to be sure, right, that a decision needs to be made. But the next thing we want to do, and this is really important, is give you the tools you need to measure on an ongoing basis, right? And this is where Report comes in. So Report is another app that we want to deliver in the new Ad Astra environment. And Report is just as it sounds, right? It's a reporting tool. Now, it's pretty cool. We've got new BI tools powering this tool, and it's connecting to data from all over the Astraverse, as I call it. But we're pulling it all together into one simple interface so that you can dive in and out of data as you need to tell the stories that you need to tell with your data. And so this is what we're hoping to do. We're going to pull data from all over the system, and we're going to present it in an easy way in these new tools so that you can make the informed scheduling decisions that you need to make. Right? When you open up these reports, it's important that to understand we're taking a stab at we think this is a good way to present this data. But if I've had this conversation with our customers once, I've had it 100 times, you guys present cool data. If I could change it just this much, it would tell the story I need to tell, right? And then we get a call to Patrick or to whomever to help tell that story, right? And that's important. What we're seeing there is we're seeing a need from our customers, and we're hoping to cater to that need with these new tools. So let's switch topics a little bit. We've talked about scheduling and strategy and executing on strategy and measuring. But we also want to take a look at events, and we want to take a look at how we're delivering events and who we're supporting and how we can do that better. So what Request is, it's a tailored experience for your event requesters to manage their requests. Sounds simple, and it is. It gives them visibility into the events they've requested that are upcoming. It gives them visibility into events that have happened before. You know, I don't have to remember email addresses or phone numbers or text so-and-so to get my event changed. I just go to this one place. I can see the status of everything. I fully understand how far along I am in my list of events I've got to request. And I can ask the questions I need to ask. I can communicate right there in the experience with those folks who are responsible for managing these things broadly across campus. We want them, in essence, to be able to own their requests. And when I say that, what I mean by that is I want them to be able to have the opportunity to make those small tweaks and changes that they need to make over time. Now, this is a bit of a preview to the next app. So this is Promote. Promote is our answer to a public-facing event calendar. Now we're going to deliver promote right alongside everything else. And the intention is to give a connection between those requests that live in your system and the way that they're presented out in the real world, out on the campus website or the university website. It allows users to quickly and easily search. It allows them to view different events from different categories. You can dive right in and type in this event, whatever, and it'll come right up. But it also allows you to do things like highlight feature events. Another thing that's really, really important for us, and you'll notice I've highlighted something here on the bottom right-hand corner. This is a little tool that's new for us. And we're calling him, I think, Astrobot. I'm excited about Astrobot. Astrobot is a product concierge. It allows you to get guides for the apps we're releasing. So you can, right from one place, you can say, hey, can you please walk me through this report thing? And it literally will introduce you to that right there and there. You can tap right into the knowledge base from right inside the app. So as you're working, as you're using our tools, if you have a question about it, you just tap Astrobot and say, hey, tell me about events. And Astrobot will respond with all of the knowledge base articles that we have in our system right there in the app, right in context to what you're doing. So you don't have to leave to go do something else, or leave to go to a help center or anything else to find that answer. You can do it right from inside the app. And lastly, we're going to be releasing new training tools for your users. Now, what's interesting about this is training comes in all shapes and forms, right? So we can have more formal trainings, which we'll have, but we can also have in-app training, which for us is a step forward and is pretty cool, right? So as your users are engaging in a process for the first time, we can offer just-in-time training right there in the experience. So it might say, hey, we notice this is your first time requesting an event. You might take a look at these handful of things to get yourself oriented to understand what this is all about. And if they ever need to go back and look into that again, like, man, I forgot how to do that, it's all right there for you to tap into again with Astrobot. Now, Ad Astra's gone through this transformation from a development perspective. It wasn't that long ago. When I started, we were releasing about once a year or every 6 months or so. We're releasing multiple times a day with these products. So an idea that you have today at Aspire might just get implemented and released tomorrow. And I'm being very serious about that. Like that's the pace that we're moving, and it's really, really, really cool. We're able to get ideas that we've got in your hands quickly without all the fanfare of, we'll get that out in the next release. Well, when's the next release? Well, it's, next quarter. No, the next release might be in 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes after that, right? So getting your feedback is critical. And it's no secret, that's why we've put in so many feedback tools into this system. Understanding how you're using it, giving you direct access to provide feedback to us. So I'm going to leave you with that. I thank you, everybody, for letting me walk through these new products with you and sharing your time. It's great to see friends that have come back, Aspire after Aspire, and I'm excited to meet those folks who I haven't met yet. But again, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the Solution Center.